Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 20 and the penultimate round of the 2020 season 6 of the SFR GP4 World Championship. We are at Brazil for round 20 of this GP4 season. We're now at the almost the final hurdle. We're at the second to last hurdle, if you want to say in the least. But welcome to GP4 here at the circuit of Interlagos. We have got a great show of racing here today. We got two champions, or the champions of the crown. All the good business has already been finished, and I'm sad to say it's been an incredible season and a dominant one by Senna. But now it's all about racing. It's nothing to do with titles, nothing to do with constructors. It's all about racing. It's all about pride and all the joy that comes into the end of the season. All the guys are going to have so much fun, and we are here to enjoy ourselves, and we're looking forward to have you guys along with me as well. Tonight we have 20 drivers about to take on the circuit of Interlagos, and I can't wait to get the show on the road. But first things first, I don't think we need to do the championship standings, or I think I will. You can start just speculating on stuff, but I think I will. I'll do my best. Dan's just wishing me good luck. So yeah, let's go to Discord and let's go to the championship standings. So the session is about the end of the way. So let's go to the championship standings for GP4, and we are going to see what we're looking at the moment. So let's have a look. Drivers' Championship. There we go. And we go into the driver standings. Yep. There we go. Right, we're going to fill you in with the driver standings. If you haven't missed us already, please sure to like, subscribe to see all. Talk about sweets. So yeah, let's go to the standings. So we already know Senna is our world champion with 326 points, but we've still got the fight for second to be thinking about between X Gamer and Broomy. But Topics is having a good show on and is in very good form. He's in the fight for this second place and is on 160 points, and then a very good run forward with 3 second places, which is amazing to see. We've got Luke in there. Luke W2K16 had a very strong season this year, and I hope he's going to have another one in next season as well. Matt G is in there too. DCG is in P7. Tom is in P8. Xander is in P9. Pro Oliver is in P10. G-Man is in 11, Sonic Hawk in P12, Hooky in P13, along with Psychomage is in P14, Tommy is in P15, Angie Dan is in P16, Racing Pod is in P17, Lewis is in P18, Justlodian in P19, Harry's not here today, he's on a break, he's in P20. Today we got drivers. We've got heavy showers, unbelievable. We've got heavy rain for qualifying. That is going to be good news for the show, and this is going to be amazing to see what the drivers got to do in these treacherous conditions, especially the circuit like Interlagos. It's a very hilly circuit, it's a very windy track, and grip zones are going to be a massive pain, especially for the Senna S, where you can be having loads of problems. I'm going into the section as well, and we've got the first car out, and you could probably guess it, it's Shadow Britain. Shadow Britain always goes out first because it's his style of racing and qualifying, of course. So Shadow Britain goes out of as well. They got a dry race confirmed, so we've got wet qualifying and we've got a dry race, so the order will be a little bit mixed, which will be amazing to see. So Tom's now out on the track, and we're going to fill you in with the Constructors Championship. So let's go and do that now. I'll turn my TV up a bit as well so I can actually hear what I can actually hear. So let's go to the driver standings and let's see what we can see. So winners. So let's go to GP4. The Renaults dominated, and they have, as they have been all season, they have won the Constructors Championship, and they have won the Constructors. Well, like I said before, won the Constructors. Then before the Red Bull, then the Alphas, then it'll be the McLarens, and then it'll be Haas, Williams, Ferrari, Toro Rosso, Racing Point, and the Mercedes will be finishing at the bottom of the standings after the race in Abu Dhabi. Tonight we've got Mason Harris already out, and he's crashed out already in qualifying. That's never good news. And Mason Harris, who's reserving tonight for the next, he'll be reserving in this final race. in Abu Dhabi, and that's not good news for him. And Shadowbrin is again about to start his lap now. And there we go. Here goes Shadowbrin into the first corner in the wet. It's going to be very yeah, you can say that again. It's just out of qualifying, so unfortunately that's where it goes, unfortunately. And unfortunately it's something you can't do, and well, something you can't be helped. And you can see the brakes are glowing red on Shadowbrin's car as he's braking heavily, going into that left-hander. Then he'll be going into these double right sections here, and we're going into, let's go on board with him, and let's go into this slow right-hander. Very easy, gentle with the car, gentle with the brakes. Now you're on the, it's all about how you use the power. Very gentle going into this right-hander here. You need to be, it's all about gentleness and how you control the car in these sort of conditions, because it's very easy to get the car out. And this is in this corner here, so famous, this corner in 2008 when Hamilton won his first ever World Championship in 2008. It seems a long time ago now since that first World Championship, isn't it? Now we're going into the final run of the straights. Tom now goes through the left-hander and on towards the line for 120.1, and we're going to go to, I'm trying to finish a lap now. Luke is starting his lap now, and Energy Dan is on his lap now, so that's all good news to see. And now we can see Jarrell is actually G-Real is gone to P1, so very well done. G-Man's in P3, S-Gamer's in P4, so that's all good news from there. Senna is gone to P1 now with 120.6, so that's all good for him. What's your favourite chocolate? My favourite chocolate has got to be Cadbury's. I think my Cadbury's original chocolates are my favourites, and I think Aeros is my close second. So we're going to Giselian, who's on his lap. Let's actually have a look at anyone who's finishing the lap. Lewis is, and it goes into P7. So he goes into P7 for 122.4. Luke now goes into the second sector. And it goes into comes to the end of the second sector now, and he's now going into the third sector, 15.3 on his second sector. Let's see how he does going towards the end of the sector. So if you've not got any questions to ask me, just please let me know, then I'll sure to answer them. I'll answer them the best I can. So Luke now goes into 10th place, so 123.1. So that's all good news. Here's his teammate Giselian. Angel Dan goes into P3 now, 121.0. So very good work for Angel Dan, who's in very fine form going into this race. J-Real could be a commentator, but right now you can see he's racing, Mr. Adams. So unfortunately, you can't do anything about that. So here goes this loading now into P13. Ryan Van Doom's in P12. And look at that. Someone just went across the line there. Then that was Topics for 121 as Lewis has gone off the circuit. So he must have a little bit of a moment. Going into the corner. Here's Xander. Oliver is about to finish his outlap. Hooky has to come out. DCG is invalidated. So Oliver. Oh, contender. So yeah, sorry about that, mate. I misread. So yeah, my apologies. Oliver is starting his lap now. J-Real can be a contender. Can be a contender. So yeah, my apologies. I misread my comments. So that's really annoying. I usually do that anyway. So that's a bit of my problem. So Oliver is in P18. And starting us up now. So the racing points are they're going strong at the moment. So that's all good on their part. Very good validation there from Oliver. For Oliver now, it's going into this double right-hander. Carries a lot of speed in. Very smooth with the car. Cuts the corner very nicely there. Not too much to get in validation. You can see how you can hear how gentle he is with the car. Be quiet for a second, and you can listen. And Manchi's got a 5-place grid penalty for hit with topics. Oh, and Pro Oliver has gone a little bit sideways. So Manchi is going to be degraded 5 places for hitting topics in the backside or something like that. So that's very unfortunate. Pro Oliver is about to finish off his lap now. Here he comes towards the line. It's a 124.0. So there's a P13 finish there for Pro Oliver. Here's Brumi. Is trying to improve his lap time of 122.3 and only makes 1 place for 121.8. So that's a very good lap for him. Is DCG, who's currently in P8. And I think the drivers now, there's Shadow Brennan having overtaken someone. There's Ryan Van Doom in the Mercedes, and that's a front wing flying off. Then that must be a Toro Rosso, but Ryan Van Doom goes into P5, and Energy Dan is on his outlap now. He's in very good form. Oh, excuse me, had a long day. Energy Dan now. I always yawn on a commentary. It's really annoying. So you can see the rain is still not easing up as much. So we are sticking with the wet tires at the moment. Here's Energy Dan. Energy Dan now in the beautiful red Ferrari, doing his best, of course. I can't wait for next season. F1 2020 is just around the corner. Not long to go now until we get the new game, and we're having our brand new season. And of course, our final race here will be Abu Dhabi, and our final race on this 2019 game has provided good memories, but then we have to move on to F1 2020, where the new tracks will be awaiting us. Of course, we've got the likes of Vietnam, we've got the likes of Zandvoort coming up, which would be great to see how the drivers can handle those 2 new circuits. And of course, we've got the revamped circuits as well. We've got a Merc round, I think that's the G-Man. Had a little bit of a moment. So Energy Dan now going into, it doesn't cut the corner as much, Energy Dan, which is a bit sometimes do have their lines, of course. You do have their lines. Energy Dan looks like he's one of the drivers who doesn't want to hit the curbs, but just stays tight to them, which is quite understandable because you don't know what the curbs are going to be like. They're very unpredictable, those things. So it's good to see the drivers pick their own lines. Here comes Energy Dan now, goes into the final turn, and that's very wide. Oh, you're a lucky boy, Energy Dan, and he'll go into the pits, that's for sure. So he's not going to. And his Senna now, he started his lap, of course. Our brand new GP4 champion, who crowned champion 2 weeks ago in Japan, and it was a wonderful day to speak to him after that championship win. And now he's going to be. And we all know what he might be doing next. He looks like he'll be moving up to the higher divisions with the faster boys to see if he can be challenged. Of course, we've got a Williams in trouble, never stick on with Senna. The man, the myth, the legend. The man who just can't seem to get a foot wrong in Formula One. The man who just can't seem to make a mistake. And the man is also deadly fast. You can see he's went purple in the second sector. And this is pretty much one of the easy third sectors. Just full throttle all the way around to complete the lap. And I'll tell you now, this is a very fast lap for Senna, and it always will be. It's a 120.6, and he'll be quite happy with that. But I don't think he improved as much. So. Oh, yeah. I need to stop yawning. I really do. I need one day. I need to make myself a coffee and keep myself awake. Because obviously, having no coffees or like drinks before like a qualifying or an event like this really does hit you in the face. It really does. So we've got Ryan Van Doom on an out lap. Let's see who's actually on a lap. We've got X Gamer who's on a lap. Let's have a look off camera, see how the Red Bull is doing. X Gamer now flies through the final few corners here in Brazil. Very close for being out of shade there. Here goes X Gamer. And it's not really a good lap at all. see what I mean? Hits you in the face. You'll probably hear me yawning most of the time, which is not a good thing. Matt G, who's 68 thousandths faster than his previous lap time. No, actually 6 tenths faster. So he knows he's got that 5+ grid penalty over his head, and he wants to improve as much as he can. So Matt G now flies through down towards the finish line. Oh, it went on the grass, and that's not going to be good for him because he knows that's going to cost him time. And Matt G knows that, and he makes up 4 places into P6. Ryan Van Doob. Let's have a look at prologue validation, out lap. Sonic Hawk's on the lap. Just a good shot there of Sonic Hawk working the wheel, of course. Short circuit this. Of course, a very old circuit as well. Host of many classic races over the years, like the likes of 2008, of course, where Hamilton won his World Championship. His first World Championship. You got the likes of Fernando Alonso winning his 2nd World Championship. Or was it the first? I don't know. You let me know that in the comments. You got the likes of course, Raikkonen won his first World Championship here too. Senna, 6th gear all the way round as well. You got Ed Senna as well. Sonic Hawk gets invalidation. James Hook is on a lap. And he goes into the pits. So James Hook is in P17. Luke is about to start his lap now. Matt G has gone on to the Inters, so he thinks the track is a bit more drier now for Inters. So the rain is starting to ease off, and I can see it is starting to ease off a bit. So it looks like it could be Inter territory. I don't see many standing water, so it looks like it's Inter's conditions. And Luke is doing the same thing. He's on the Inters as well. So all the drivers now starting to go to Winters. It's now starting to ease up a bit. The weather is starting to ease up, and we're now starting to go into faster tyre territory. Energy Dan's on an Inter. It's on Inters. So Senna will definitely know about that. Once you see the monitor, Rai Vadu goes wide, so probably let Luke through, and he's a very sensible man to do so. Let's see how Luke will crack on into this section here. Luke now goes into the final few corners. Look at that, purple. It is Inter's conditions. It's definitely Inter's now, because everyone now know that they'll have to go on the Inter tyres. Energy Dan's on a lap, of course, behind them. So this will be a very interesting where Luke will come. Luke comes around the final corner. Luke will surely go P1. No, P2. So that's a very surprise to see, because Energy Dan to respond, and he goes into the pits. So he must have an error somewhere. It's J Real in the Racing Point, who's a reserve tonight. It's on an out lap. Is he on the wets? He is. So it's very surprising to see him on the wets. So that's very interesting to see. He thinks the track is still wet, still in full wet conditions. In my opinion, I think it's Inter's. But that's my opinion. That's his. What else we got? Mad G, Ryan, Shadow Bryn is coming out now. What tyres is he on? Looks like Inter's. It is Inter's for Shadow Bryn. Yep, it's green tyres for Shadow Bryn. So green tyres here because Mad G out on the Inters. All the other drivers now starting to come out on Inters. 2 minutes to go. This is probably going to be their final runs here in qualifying. So it's been very interesting to see. And this is how Luke will crack on. Is he coming in or is he staying out? Luke is staying out. So he's going to complete his lap, and he's going to see how he cracks on. 120.6, so 7 thousandths faster, but not quicker than Senna. Senna was on an out lap, so this year anyone else is on a lap. J Real is on a validated lap. He's still in the wet, so it's a very weird mood to see that for J Real. Here's Sander, Man G, Shadow Bryn, of course, there he is. G-Man is about to come out for his lap now. DCG Pro Oliver's on the lap, but not anymore. He's in the tyre wall, so Pro Oliver's qualifying is finished, and that's disastrous for him. Brumi is on a lap on the inter tyres, so he's going to go into this twisty section. You can describe Interlagos as a roller coaster going through these twists and bends and the hills of this circuit, the natural bits of the circuit as well. So Brumi is about to. Looks like he's been doing on a warm-up run, and now he's going to start his lap now. So we're going to see how the McLaren man gets on. Of course, he's in front of fight with Etzgamer. I think it's Etzgamer. So Brumi starts his lap now. If you enjoy the content here that we bring here at SFR, then please smash that like button and smash the subscribe button. Luke finally goes faster than Senna, but by 5/10 of a second. Let's see where Senna is. So he retired, and he would retire from the session. Senna has actually started his lap now, so it's to see how he pretty much knows Senna. He's going to respond to that. So Lewis is retired. He's had enough. So we're about to see how all the others are going on. Senna's 2/10 faster, not faster than Luke, so this could be very something here from the Renault man. Where's Energy Dan? Where's Energy Dan? Energy Dan's behind him. So let's go back to Senna. Let's see how he gets on for this second sector. This is the twisty bit. Topics were 1:19.8, so he goes his fastest of all in that first. Tom goes into third with a 1:20.4. Senna has to complete his lap, of course, but so now Senna now will have to figure out how to go even faster, and even beating Topp's high 19.8, so that's a big lap for Topp's. He could even start pole, but Dunford cannot Senna just yet. Here comes Senna now, flying through Maggi, goes into third, but he's not going to be third no longer. Senna goes into P5, but from P6 now. Senna's gone purple. Here comes Senna now. Etzgamer goes third. Here comes Senna now in towards the final straight to Senna with a 1:19.5. It's the fastest lap of the race. Fantastic result for him. Where's Energy Dan? Energy Dan's coming. And Energy Dan's made a mistake. Oh, and Energy Dan's made a mistake. No, Energy Dan is not very good from him, and that's unfortunate as well. That's not what you want from him, and he'll be very gutted with that. And he'll start, I think, P9 due to Mad G's penalty. Sonic Court's coming in. There's the G-Man. See how he can crack on. And the G-Man has spun actually. His qualifying's finished. That is qualifying done. That's all the drivers sorted. Senna completes qualifying for 1:19.5. And so Topics will start P2. Xander starts P3. Etzgamer 4th. Luke 5. Mad G will be dropping places. It's for Tom. Will start P6. That's a good result for him. Ryan Van Doom will be starting at a place. Hook will start a place. AJ Dan will start another place. So, and there'll be I think J Real will be moving up a place as well. I think so. So DCG will start P12. Sonic Core P13. Brumi P14. Because Brumi now he's already finished. Psychomich in there too. G-Man per Oliver. Lewis and just only and Mason Haddis. We're just waiting for the clock to round out qualifying. So yeah, that's your qualifying. There you go. That is your qualifying done, and Senna Martins has done it again. This man is invincible, and there you go. Senna starts P1, Thomas P2, Senna P3, Etzgamer P4, Luke will start P5, Mad G will go down positions, Tom will be up a place, Van Doom, Hooky and Energy Dan will be up places, J Real as well, to be fair. DCG P12, Sonical P13, Brumi starts P14, Psychomich P15, G-Man 16, Oliver 17, Lewis 18, Gislodian 19, and Mason Harris in P20. Right, we're going on to the dry race. This should be very interesting between Topics and Senna. Very, very interesting. Oops, my mistake there. We're all ready to go here for dry qualifying. Well, dry race. Sorry, we already had a qualifying. So yeah, so make sure to put your predictions, guys. See who can win the race, and I'll ask you on before the end of the race who your driver of the day will be, and of course we'll have the words from the drivers as well. Good. After we'll have a podium word with the drivers, and of course we will speak to our driver of the day as well. So now we'll be but hopefully we get to speak to the drivers as well. Hopefully we get to hear from all of them. We'll be starting in 5 seconds. We'll have our formation lap. Here we go. Session starts now. And there you go. There's your drive. There's your drivers there. There you go. Mad G will start P11, and we starts P11 of this race. So let's have a look at the tyres. So what the drivers have gone for this race. And there you go. Look at that for tyre selection. Senna starts the mediums. Thomas starts softs. Xander starts softs. And let's give him softs. Luke on hard tyres, so he's going to go very long in this race. Chabrin, Van Doom, James Hook, Angie Dan, and J Real are going to be on the soft tyres. Then you got Mad G, DCG, Sonic Corp, Broomy, and Psycho Mitch. Sorry, so you got Mad G, DCG, Sonic Corp, and Broomy on the mediums, Psycho Mitch on the hards. We're good for the order there. They got the G-Man on the mediums, Lewis. Pro Oliver is on the mediums. Lewis starts on the softs. It's very interesting to see. Gislodian and Mason Harris will start on the medium tyres. So now we're going to be waiting for the drivers to go around the circuit for 36 laps of this Brazilian Grand Prix, and this is going to be very, very exciting indeed to have. Can't wait for this race to happen. There's going to be a little bit of a manic first lap, but hopefully it will be a clean first lap. Well, hopefully not for my voice anyway, because my voice will be absolutely knackered, because I've been going through a cracking race here in Brazil. Please make sure, like and subscribe again, just to see some more content from this league. And I'll tell you now, this is going to be very enjoyable to watch. Gislodian and Mason Harris are waiting for the drivers to come around now. This is it. All the drivers are lining up now to see what they can do for 36 long laps here in Brazil. All the drivers are lining up now. And now we're about to get underway for the start of the Brazilian Grand Prix. All the drivers are lined up. We're waiting for the confirmation. Here we go. Green flags out to 5 red lights of the Brazilian Grand Prix, and we're underway, and Senna gets a good start over Thomas, but Thomas gets the second place at the start, so he probably go down to the inside of Senna. This going to be very close between the two. Oliver's retired, and he's got, I think, no, there's a spin there as well. There's big chaos in the first corner already, and it's already gone to pants already. Safety car is out, and Pro Oliver is already out from the start, and that's a real shame. What's happened to Pro Oliver? That's a real shame, and that's a bad thing as well. Xander gets a 5-second penalty for causing a collision with X-Game and gained 1 place as well. So, unbelievable stuff. But already in the first corner. That's amazing. Unbelievable stuff. And the safety car is going to wait for the drivers to come around. So that is a massive blow to Pro Oliver there. That is a real shame. But now we're into already off the start of the lap 1. Topics is ahead of Senna, ahead of Xander, then X-Game is Soderbergh. James Hook is in P6, so good start for the both Williams drivers. That's amazing. We've got Luke in P7, Angie Dan is in P8, J Real is in P9, and Matt G is made 1 position to P10. DCG is in P11, Sonny Cork is in P12, Gislodian is in P13, Psycho Mitch and Broom, both McLarens are P14, 15 in retrospectively. G-Man's in P16, Lewis is in P17, Mason Harris has actually done a lap, which is amazing, and Van Doom is in P19. So now we start lap 2 underneath the safety car. So we're going to see how the drivers will actually cope now, and we can see we've got James Hook in the pits, and we've got Emily down in the pits. So these two, oh dear, I keep doing that, which is really irritating. So now we're going to see where the drivers will actually cope. And when we get under the safety car restart, and we see James Hook, Lewis only down in the pits. They're going to hard and medium tyres, so they already made the first call to go off the softs, which is a very interesting decision. Sonical, big support from India. Well, Rasuya, of course, you're supporting your home countrymen, and it's very good to see. Good support your home country. Of course, Sonic Hawk is in P. Let me have a look. Sonic Hawk's in P10 at the moment. He's going to get good. He's doing well at the moment in Sonic Hawk, and that's a good show for him. And then you can see, it's always good to see support from your home countries as well. So very good to see, and very nice to see as well. So we're going to towards the second lap of the safety car now. Topics is in P1. Let's see how we cope with Senna behind him. I've been knowing Topics is going to be trying to build a gap to Senna and trying to build that gap to make his tyres work. So yo, Sonic Hawk, kill it, man. Low support for Sonic Hawk, and I'm not surprised as well. Sonic Hawk is a popular man, a popular driver, and I'm very happy to have he has his own support with him as well. You're very welcome. So it's good to see Sonic Hawk having good home support, a good support from his fans. Well, he's a very popular driver. Again, he's going to try and do his best to make your fans proud and see what he can do. All the shout outs go to India and all across the world, to be fair, and for this race, and see how we get on towards this final part of the safety car with Topics. It's going to be leading the charge of cars, of 19 cars flying through the hill, this amazing Interlagos circuit, one of the classic circuits here in the F1 calendar. We're just waiting now to get underway, and let's see how Topics will control the safety car and see how they control Lewis. It's just come out of the pits actually, and he's onto the mediums. We're just keeping an eye on Topics now. We're pretty much staying on Topics the whole time. When's the safety car going to come in? It's the third lap, so it should be coming in at the end of this lap. Hooky gets a 3-second time penalty, 5-second penalty for a collision with Energy Dan. So that's a very big news. Bad news for James Hook there. But now the safety car is coming in this lap. So Topics is now turned as the safety car. He's going to try and there you go. Energy Dan and James Hook is actually hitting each other. So let's have a look what they've been doing. There you go. Then you can see these two are trying to behave themselves, but you can see it's hard. And then we're getting underway here for more laps here around Interlagos. And now let's see how Topics will defend from Senna. Senna's all over the back of it. Senna goes down to the inside of Topics, but Topics fends him off. And Zander has gone down the inside of Escamer. Escamer and Zander still fighting. We've got a Mercedes going off. That's the G-Man going down places. And we've got Mason Harris in there too. Mason Harris makes places. And now we've got the top lot fighting away. We've got J Real, Shutterbrin in there too. We've got the X Gamer trying to fend off. I think Tom has gone. I think Tom is defending off from J Real. I didn't see the path or defending there side by side between the Haas and the McLaren, I believe. And but no, it's just loading around G. Fighting away, so Magic goes down the inside. Oh, and he tried it, but he doesn't work out for him. But so now we got Brumi and Mason Harris going side by side. Let's see how they get on. Mason Harris a little wobbly exit, and that means Ryan Van Doom will come to play, and he gets through. And Energy Dan is going to take on his teammate, but Mason Harris still fends him off for now. Mason Harris goes very wide, goes into the long right-hander, and now all the drivers are in single file. But look at this, Mason Harris is all over the man. Ryan Van Doom, let's go on board with him. But we need to look at the guys up front. Let's have a look at probably gets the fastest lap of the race. Escaver trying his best to get past Zander, but Zander fends him off quite well, going into turn one of the Senna S's. And now we're going into this long back straight as well. The second DRS zone is going to be placed. And look at that next game will go down the inside of Zander, and that should be placed done and dusted. It does, and so X Gamer is into P4. J Reels all over the man, trying to cancel the Shadow Brin, and it's still staying there just for now at least. So got Energy down. I think that's Mason Harris. What's happened to Mason Harris? Mason Harris is spun in, and Mason Harris is now back on his way. So now Sonic Hawk see what he does. See what he does. Trying to get past James Hook in the Williams. Oh, and Sonic Hawk has lost it, and Sonic Hawk regains it. So good save from Sonic Hawk from catching the car. That was a massive violent tail slapper, but he stayed onto Ryan Van Doo. And Ruby's side by side going into the second sector. But so Ryan Van Doo holds onto the place as it stands. Ryan Van Doo P12, Rumi in P13. Let's see how X-Gamer's cracking on with going back as Senna. Look at this. X-Gamer is trying to overtake the world champion. X-Gamer goes into P2, but Senna fends him off, goes back into P2. X-Gamer has the inside line, but then Senna does as well. Good racing between the two of them, and then the two Belgians are fighting off now. X-Gamer goes on the back of Senna. Senna defends well, but X-Gamer goes down the inside, and Senna just holds on just side by side between the two, and then Senna still holds on to hold on to the place. Fantastic work from Senna, and Xander's now looking at the back of X-Gamer's Red Bull, and Gislodian goes down a few places. Gislodian, I think he's made a mistake, and these go down places, and look at his trainer cars behind Senna. Senna is on those medium tyres, but remember, he's on the mediums. He's going to go long. He's going to try to do the opposite strategy. A tweet from all these drivers, of course. X-Gamer will try and make the path and do what Topics is doing right now, is build that gap to make that pit stop work, to make that first stop work. X-Gamer gets a very good exit on Senna. He's got to try and do it again. Senna goes into the inside line, but it's no for them this time. The DRS is now enabled, and X-Gamer goes into second place. And Xander, well, look at this, and J Real overtakes Sarah Britton, goes into P5. J Real's having a good race at the moment. Matt G is into P7 after his comeback. Is doing a comeback drive at the moment, so he's doing very well. Ryan Van Doo still overtakes Sykovich. He's taking down two McLarens. Now he's on the back of DCG. Luke and Matt G are side by side. Hooky gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Look at that for Luke there, absolutely trying his best to hold onto the car there, going absolutely wide, and stays in front of Matt G. So Matt G will have to hold on. Will have to hold off for a good while yet. And look at that, almost touching the back. He heads the back of the house, and that's going to be very controversial. Luke will not be too best pleased with Matt G's little love tap there. He'll be having complaints about that for sure. For sure indeed. So we've got Xander now on the back of Senna. Let's see how Xander will crack on with Senna's Renault. Of course, so let's see how Senna will do against the Renault Senna. Let's see how he does into the DRS zone. Closing. Let's go to the fast lap. Let's see how it does. Look at this. They're not going to go free wide. Oh, and J Real was thinking about it, but it's not going to. They're going to around the outside. Good work. Oh, Senna, good work from him from there. Taking the traction zone, getting a good traction on that Renault, and snaps back into P3. But Xander's on another look at this. They're not thinking about going free wide there. And J Real thinking about going taking the place for Xander. Look at this. Xander side by side with J Real. Little bang of wheels, and J Real goes into P4. So from Xander's attacking goes down to P5. So unbelievable move for J Real for overtaking there when Xander was attacking Xander. Good opportunistic move there from J Real, so that's very good. Mason Harrick gets the fast lap of the race, where Luke gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. DCG and Luke now fighting it off. Look at his trainer cars going through this section here. So let's see how they do as they carry on through this section. It comes to the end of the third centre, going into this towards the left-hander. Now we go back to J Real and Senna. Senna have no chance against J Real, but you know Senna is a crafty old fox, so he's going to think he's giving up the place, so he's going to be giving that position to J Real, but he knows he's playing the longer game. He knows he's going to be playing the longer strategy. He knows he's going to be getting that tyre advantage when the soft tyres run out. Here comes Xander. Xander's down the inside of Senna. Is he finally going to take him? He looks like he's done the job, but no, Senna still stays in front of him. Does it brilliantly. and we got a virtual safety car. That's for Ryan Van Doom. I think Ryan Van Doom's had a moment. He has. What's happened to Ryan Van Doom? He's got lost his front wing somehow. So that's not good news for Ryan Van Doom. He's got to come into the pits and get a front wing change and go on to a new set of tyres. And now we're going to see what's going on down here. There's loads of drivers going all over the place under the virtual safety car, which is a bit strange. I've got loads of fights going on, which is bad for me. I think Angie Dan's lost his front wing too. Angie Dan has gone off the track and he's retired, so he's crashed himself into the wall. That's not good news. So that's Angie Dan out, and we got we got Psychimage on the inside of Luke. Good overtake there for Psychimage. Very good overtake. Very nice and clean. Sander now on the back of Senna. Is he going to finally overtake him? No. He's staying in that 5th place, of course. So Zander now, what's he going to do? What's he going to do with Senna? Is he finally going to overtake him, or he's a bit too far back? He's a bit too far back, of course. Jenna Brin is looking very eagle-eyed. He's going to keep an eye on these two and see if he doesn't make a mistake. Ryan Van Doom is a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so that he'll be getting. And Hookie leads the session, so James Hookie has been lagged out. So Mason Harris goes back into P17 while Ryan Van Doom is taking his pit stop, so he's going on to the medium tyres. So Zander is going to think about now, just trying to think, how is he going to get past Senna? How is he going to get past that Renault? And Tom is going to be thinking about, when is my opportunity going to come? I'm going to take it now, or I'm going to take it later when these two, or these two are going to bang into each other and I'm going to take the both of them down at the same time. There's loads of opportunities when you're in a 3-car battle. So now we got Zander all over trying to get past Senna. Tom's thinking about just biding his time at the moment. It's all looking good so far in this race. These three are trying. I feel like conservative tyres or conservative airs. Not Zander. He's got plenty of airs. Let's see how he gets. It didn't get such a good exit though, so Senna will be quite relieved of that. It's still 4 tenths between the two, so the gap is still too big to try and catch down. Lewis gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so exceeding the track limit is a bit too much there. So now Zander having a little look down the inside, saying that I'm there, but still trying to give Senna a bit of a warning. Senna's fending off Zander very well in these conditions. Very good work from there. Mason Harris gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so that's not great. So that's not good news as far as which. So we've got Zander trying his best to catch down to Senna. We've got migrated notes, and there you go. Eddie Dan has left the session. He's pretty much had enough of Brazil. He's going to look forward to the next race in Abu Dhabi. Top 8 is leading by 3.5 seconds ahead of X Gamer. Zander now is a lot more closer to Senna than he was in the last lap, and he tells Zander, can Zander finally get past Senna, or Senna gonna hold on? Senna holds on just about. It's got the inside. It's got to have the inside. I'll go to the next turn, and he does. Zander still can't get past him, but Zander's around the outside now, trying to get past Senna. Senna still there in the Renault. Renault versus Toro Rosso here. Camera shots for the two, and it's Senna still holds on, and Tom is looking very eager to get past, and Zander's must be getting frustrated still can't get past the Renault on Senna Martin. Senna Martin is doing a fantastic job of holding on to that 4th place and making the strategy work out in his favour. Tom is going to be looking very he's going to look very punchy in that Williams as well. Let's have a look how he's getting on. Let's have a look at his view, see how these two crack on. G-Man gets a 3-second time penalty for exceeding those track limits, and he gets the multiple warning penalty. Let's see how Zander will crack on with Senna once again. Let's see what he can do this time. Zander closes 3 tenths into 2, now goes into the 110 zone. Can he get past Senna? Senna still goes and doesn't let him through. Senna's doing a massive good job of holding off Zander. So Zander's going to be getting frustrated as soon but each lap, and he knows, because J Real is pulling away from this slot, and that's not good news either. There's not because any battles going on. And down the field we got that's Luke going all shape. going all wrong at the center S's, and he's going losing places to Brumi and Lewis, so that's not good news for Gislodean. He's got the G-Man behind him, so we've got Lewis there in P11 trying to close down to Brumi. Thomas now 3/10 per second behind. Let's go back to this slot again, because this slot is providing us a good battle moment. You can see Mad G is now on the back of this slot. He's on the medium tyres as well, on the medium compound strategy. Let's see how this slot would do. I don't think Xander's close enough. There you go, there's the gap. That's way too big to make an overtake, so Xander will have to hold off just for now to catch down to Senna. And this is a good news situation. Mason Harris is on the soft tyres, and then always on the soft tyres. Well, I would have gone to the hards and the mediums in my view, but there you go. Right, Xander now doing his best, 6/10 behind Senna Martins, but Senna still holds him off, still holding off Xander, doing a good job of keeping that Toro Rosso behind him. And Mad G be looking, sniffing around that back in the Williams as well. Mason Harris gets past Gislodean for P15, so that is a spot for Mason Harris. There's Topics just cruising around at the moment, doing his own business, minding his own business, trying to pull away from Senna, but Senna is going to try and keep that gap down to Topics as good as he can. Xander now doing his best to try and close up, and you can see Mad G is now part of the fight. Tom is still there as well. Luke and Lewis are switching places. I think these two had a bump because Lewis was off the circuit and the G-Man, and that's Topics is finally into the pits. So Topics is in the pits now, and I think who else is going into the pits? That's Tom going into the pits as well. The soft tyre riders are now coming to the pits, so they've looks like 13 to 14 laps on the soft tyres are going to last. So Senna goes into P3 and Mad G to P4. Remember, they're on those medium tyres. Tom is on the hard tyres. That's what Tom going to go on in the Williams, and see what Williams will put on for him. Williams puts on the, trying to look, it's on the hard tyres. He's gone to the hard tyres as well. So now it's down to X Gamer and J Real. Let's see what they can think about what they're doing. So what are they going to be thinking about now? Are they going to the mediums, or are they going to go to the hards? Remember, Topics and Tom are gone to the hard tyres, and they're going straight to the end of this race. So that's, so they're going to go long, and they're going to go long and towards the end. So now X Gamer and J Real are going to be thinking now, what am I going to think about doing? X Gamer does not pit, J Real does not pit either. They're going for another lap, which is a bit strange, but that's their Topics, their strategy, their call. Now it's Senna now doing his best to catch down to the two. Mad G's there, sitting there, just giving his teammates space. That's all he's doing. These two are having a bit of a squabble. That's Brumi and Psychomich in the two McLarens. I think they switch for different reasons. So we got Luke now behind Brumi, and he'll just try his best to trying to look for a pass. And there's that was the G-Man going wide, and that he's very lucky to not let Lewis pass. Lewis now is trying to shut down the G-Man. And you can see Luke's gone past Brumi in the McLaren, and we're saying I wish Luke has gone wide, and Brumi's going to be looking for a chance to go, and Brumi's gone past back on him, and we got the G-Man and Lewis. Oh, that's super close. That's almost contact, and still Lewis has gone past the G-Man, and the G-Man fights back, and he does go back, switch back for Lewis. Good racing, and he's going on the outside of the G-Man, and the G-Man runs to Casino. Oh, he taps the back, and Sonic all goes through, goes into P11. Very good racing, and Sonic Core goes into P11 of the Brazilian Grand Prix, and they'll make his hands quite happy, of course, as well. So now we've got Brumi on the back of his teammate, but Luke is even closer, and that's Brumi going to the pit, and that presents Luke a chance to close down the cycle. Look at the speed of the Haas going into the first corner, but Psychomich still holds on to that 7th place, and Tom will be quite pleased because the others are pitting now. He'll make 2 positions. The G-Man's in the pits, and also Broomy is in the pits, and you can see Luke's down the inside of Psychomich. Psychomich is still there, and I think he's gone a bit too hot, and he does. So Psychomich will now retake that place from Luke, but they're going are they going side by side? No. Or are they? I don't know. Camera shots are very difficult to handle, and you can see DC Sonic Hawk. It's the time for the set. What's happened to Sonic Hawk? What's happened to Sonic Hawk? Oh, and that's a massive crash as well. That's a massive shame. Both Torossos are out, and in the same corner is a safety car, and so X Gamer and J Real will be absolutely thrilled because that's a safety car, and they'll be getting a free pit stop under it. So that's thrills for them. They'll be very happy with that, and J Real is coming out in 2nd place. So fantastic news for the top 2 there. Fantastic news, but what a shame for Xander and Sonic, both Torossos out in the same corner. Who would have thought of that? Going into this race, Thomas is now back into the pit. He's going to be switching on to the medium tyres, so that's very good news for him. Tom, what's he going to do? I think he's staying out, most likely him. No, he's coming to the pits now. He's going to go on to the mediums as well. Madness, absolute craziness here. Mason Harris is gone into the pits now. He's going to be very happy that he's got a good comeback drive. He's coming in for the medium tyres, waiting for the Red Bull of Lewis coming through. He's going to get past Shadow Britain. There he goes. Those 2 are very good friends, of course. And we've got the G-Man coming through. He'll be overtaking Mason Harris. There he goes. Right, now, okay, now we're going to see what they'll be thinking now. So Psychomich is still staying out there on 17 lap Old Heart. I don't think that's a good move from Psychomich. I feel like he should come in and change the tyres, but that's my view, not his. But in my view, I think he should have pitted for new tyres, because everyone else is, apart from James Hook. Apart from James Hook, he's not pitted as well. Let's have a look at him. Now he's getting on, and yep, he has not pitted for new tyres. He's still out there on his hard tyres. Psychomich is finally pitting. He's finally listening to me, and Senna is back in the pits again. So very strange one now from Senna. I think he's led to the wrong tyres, and there you go. He's now switched to the soft tyres, so he's gone for a very aggressive strategy. DCG's in the pits now, and now comes Psychomich, goes into the medium tyres. So Senna's going aggressive now. He's going to go for the quick game and the aggressive game. And now we've got Luke going past Senna. So Senna's going down to P7. It stays ahead of James Hook. So Senna will be thinking about, right, these tyres could last. It could last the distance. Is he sure? I think he can last the tyres to that distance. Matt G's on the softs as well. Thomas J. Real and Next Gamer are on the medium tyres. Hooky has not pitted yet. He's been on those tyres for a long time, and there'll be coming to a time where he has to pit for fresh mediums or fresh softs. Will be the decision he has to make. So just waiting now for the drivers now to get ready for the restart of the safety car, where we'll be getting underway again for the restart of this race. I'm just waiting now for the safety car to announce it. If we're coming over, we'll go around for another lap. So the Crocodile will be wheeling around, making sure the tyres will keep you warm. It'll be interesting to see actually how the drivers will actually cope now with see how they do with Krakow and new tyres and new tyres and new grips. So they'll be a lot more faster, especially when it comes to the mediums and the softs. The soft runners will be thinking, I got a chance to actually claim something here, especially you've got the likes of Maggi, Luke and Senna on those soft tyres. So that'll be very interesting to see what those soft runners, how far the soft runners can do on those soft tyres. We've got like, I think 16 laps to go, so they are pushing the soft tyres just a bit going into the final stages of the race. I think the medium runners, I think they got a slight advantage, but I think that's my premature guess. So tomorrow we're going to be going to GP3 and then GP2, of course. You got the Premier Division coming up for the next 3 days around Brazil, and then after that we're going off to our final race of the season, our final race here on F1 2019 in Abu Dhabi. So we'll be really looking forward to seeing all of you in Abu Dhabi. But before all of that, we're going to get past this races first. It's been a very good race so far. But real shame for the Sonic Hawk and Xander, both Torontos out at the same time, which is a very big shame. So now in comes the safety car at the end of this lap. Let's see if Gamer and J-Real and Topic, so everyone else will crack on. I think Hooky is in a very, very bad spot of staying out on those 18 lap old tyres. He'll be struggling as which, so let's see how these cars, we'll see. Just loading, hits the back of Ryan Van Doon, he gets a 5-second penalty for that. Let's see what happens when Gamer pulls onto the gas, and that's a Broomy, gets a 5-second penalty for collision with Thomas. J-Real flies off away, and Thomas is away as well. All the drivers are away now. Senna is fighting already with the McLaren of Broomy, and that's the Mercedes going sideways. That was the G-Man, and Senna's fighting already with the McLaren and Luke's. Let's see how these two, all this level crack on. It's a massive squabble. Look at all these cars flying down. We have to keep an eye on this lot. Let's see how these lot will crack on. We've got a back rear end shot of the I think it was the hat. I think it was James Hulk, I believe, and look at all these cars flying around and see what they can make adjusting positions. Luke's gone past in front of Senna. Senna's fighting back. Luke's fighting on the outside Senna got the inside line, going to this long right hander. Senna will try and hold on. He's got the first soft tire, remember. Broomy's on the hard. I think Broomy looks like a DCG. It's out of the race. He's crashed out and he's beginning part of the sector, and that is not good news. DCG's back underway. Don't know why he's retired, but that's a very unfortunate affair. Look at that. Look at Senna trying to get the try because two girls on the grass and for his troubles. And now we've got see how these tries to crack on. Luke now goes into behind Broomy, for example. The DCG has led the session, unfortunate for him. Now we've got see how Luke will crack on. Look at down the outside. He taps the back of Broomy. He's in the back of the Senna as well. Unbelievable. Senna's spinning round. He got a contact of Luke and Broomy together. That's going to cause sparks, and that's going to cause a massive row with these two. So that's going to be a very controversial thing to have. We've got J-Real and Gamer going very close to each other, along with Topics as well. J-Real is doing very well in that racing point, trying to get that car trying to get that car as high as he can. But with Matt G and Topics right behind him, that's going to be very difficult to handle. And with Gamer being a very fast driver, he's going to be looking himself. And of course, Gamer said in the last race at Brazil, it's actually one of his favourite races here it's one of his favourite tracks on the circuit, so Gamer is not going to be easy to pass, of course, on this circuit. So that's going to be another factor. But J-Real looks like it's another guy who likes the circuit as well. 4/10 behind Gamer, pushing hard as he can to see if he can close into him. DRS is enabled. Man J gets the fast lap of the race of a 1:11.1. Stay there, and you'll be gets that 4th place plus the fast lap. You'll be very happy with that. But of course, he does a 1/4 place. He wants a podium, and he's got to try and chase down Topics for that. But we've got J-Real on the back of Gamer. Let's see, can he get past Gamer? Gamer defends very well, and he'll get J-Real get a better drive out of that turn, and goes side by side with Gamer. Gamer gets the inside line and does. And just Loan is retiring, and he's crashed out and on the back straight. Must have a tangle with someone because he wouldn't have crashed out there. And it's got a virtual safety car. Unbelievable stuff here in the Brazilian Grand Prix, and this is going to turn into massive conversations in the server. But that's in the server. This is now. Let's see what I'm trying to do. They all got to calm down now and see what they can do. These 4 drivers are battling for victory here at the Brazilian Grand Prix. This is going to be turning into a firework ending. Of course, we've got nearly around 10 laps to go, so we're waiting to get underway. All the drivers are back underway. Good timing for J Real. Very great time for J Real. He gets the DRS, of course, on Netscape. Netscape's got to defend, of course, so J Real's got to go around the outside into the center assist, and he has to back off because Netscape. Oh, and Netscape gets a massive task line, so we just go back on one with J Real. J Real now goes round the final of the center assist. Look at Netscape, just literally defending on as he can. Can J-Real get past him? No. But look at J-Real switching back on Netscaper, trying to get the drive round, but no, Netscaper still stays ahead and keeps first place just for a lot more longer. Topics thinking to himself, where am I going to find an opportunity? Where am I going to find a pass? And he got that train with the G-Man Mason, cyclist Shadowbrin and Right Van Doom in there to contain about. So that's going to be very interesting to see. But we'll keep an eye on the top lot. This is the main factor of the race. Who is going to win this Brazilian Grand Prix? This is a good race between all drivers. All drivers trying to fight for this win. But the question is, how long? Oh, and J-Real, very good save to survive that, and he was lucky to make that corner. So a good save for J-Real. We lost a bit of time to X-Gamer, so X-Gamer might sigh a bit of a sigh of relief. But J-Real is not going to go away that easily. He's got to close into X-Gamer again for the back straight, closing in as fast as he can go. Turning to second gear, tucks the car in again, doing his best to see if he can close down to Westgate. Mason Harris is going to P6, so good move from the Ferrari driver, doing his best for Racing Pod, who's not here tonight. I don't know. I hope he'll be here. Mason will be racing with us again for next week in Abu Dhabi, so we'll see Mason Harris again in next week's race. So we've got J-Real still on the back of X-Gamer still holding on his topics right now, trying to close out to Mad G. Well, Mad G still closing up to him. Look at that, look how close this is. If you have a look at the comparison to the gap to the leader, these lot are just separated about 1.7 seconds between the four, which is amazing to see. Of course, so in terms of positions gained, if you have a look at that, Mason Harris 14 positions gained from starting last, which is amazing. J-Real made 8 places, so that's great news for the drivers and great news for us. Let's see, we got to make sure, guys, you make sure your driver today is still thinking in your head. But right now, let's not think about driver today. Let's think about right here, right now. Let's see how J-Real will cut on with X-Gamer. It's still 5/10 of a second. Let's go down the order and let's see whether there's any fights going on. We'll definitely keep an eye on the top lot right now. Lewis is into the pits again. I think he's going to retire. Yes, he is. And look at that. Oh, and Psycho Edge. What a dive bomb that was. But G-Man's not having none. Oh, and G-Man's out of the Grand Prix and he smacks into the wall. And that is G-Man out of this race. Oh my goodness me, that was a hefty accident. And that's the G-Man out of this race. Wow. Whew. Can catch himself a breathing now. That was amazing. Right now, it's J-Real. Look at that. Look at topics all over the back of J-Real. He's doing all he can to try to get past him when we get underway, and we have. We get back underway here in Brazil. Topics is all over it's almost there in a second, but still stays behind J-Real's car. Still under search of safety car. Still waiting. I think we're back underway again. I think we are. Are we back underway? Yes, we are back underway. So now the driver's going to put their foot down. What's happened to Mad G? He's fallen asleep behind the two drivers. So now we're back underway again. Shadowbrin and Senna are side by side they are. Oh, J-Real gets a 3-second time penalty. That's going to cost him. That's going to cost him. I think cost him the podium, I believe. Look at this. Look at these lot. Tomlin's 2 places to Senna and Ryan Van Doom. Very bad luck there for Tom. Then that's very real shame. So that's not going to do his feelings any hopes of getting points right now. We've got Psychomich and... Oh, Mason, Mason! Oh my goodness me! No, Mason! Oh, that's a real shame. That is a real shame. I think it collided with Senna, because Senna's out of this race as well. That's a real shame. I think Senna and Mason is going to have words with each other, and that's hopefully those two can make out of some sort of agreement. That's a real shame for them two. The two are having such a good race as well, but we got to carry on with J-Real and X-Gamer still all over the back of each other. The topic's still there. Good racing between the four. Mad G still there. But how long those soft tyres are going to last? But for Mad G as himself, is going to be thinking to himself, how long can these tyres can last? How long is my grip still there? Let's have a look at Mad G at the moment. His tyres, you can see he's lost the shiny paintwork, lost the shiny rubber. He's going to be looking now to see how long these tyres can last. Look how aggressive these drivers are going into that left hand. With his left-hander here, can J-Real could finally get past X-Gamer and take the lead, because he's got that 3-second penalty over his head. Yeah, Senna's not happy. Mad G gets the fastest lap. My goodness, Mad G putting a fly over the lap, but J-Real still holds there to X-Gamer, still holding on. X-Gamer's going to be thinking to how long this pressure is going to end. Chainsaw gets out of the way very well, and look at it, X-Gamer still holds on to J-Real. J-Real holds on, Mad G gets past Topics. Topics get past Mad G, so Mad G goes into P3, but it's J-Real's penalty gonna cost him. What's happening to Topics? Topics has gone very wide, so I think Senna and Mason are going to be having hopefully they can make out, of course, but that's a real shame for them lot. But let's have a look at the positions change. If we could try to keep an eye on this lot. So as you can see, J-Real and Mad G on both eight. Psychomich made 9 places. Look at that for Psychomich. That's very good news for him. But let's go back to the action. J-Real 2/10 of a second behind X-Gamer. These two have been battling all throughout the race. It's been super entertaining. And as you can see, the top two are still fighting. Thomas is into the pit, so that presents Luke a place. So now, can J-Real get past X-Gamer at last? But can he get past him? No, X-Gamer is defending absolutely. It's astonishing. And so he's gonna, and he still holds on. And look at this, J-Real goes onto the grass on the inside of that turn, and still X-Gamer holds on. Fantastic racing from these two. J-Real's support is unreal. He's doing all he can to get past X-Gamer. X-Gamer is still holding on. He's the firm favourite for this race win right now. Is X-Gamer. J-Real is having none of it. He's got to try and push X-Gamer to a mistake or get past. Look at this. Look at this pressure. It's giving X-Gamer. This is a great race between the two. One of the best battles I've seen so far in this Grand Prix, or the best battle I've seen in this Grand Prix, is by these two. J-Real now close up to X-Gamer as soon as he can. Can he get past X-Gamer this lap? Can he finally get past X-Gamer? 6 laps to go of this race. Can he get past X-Gamer at last? Closing. Can he get past X-Gamer? Outside move? No, not yet. Switches back. So he's getting the tighter line. And X-Gamer still stays ahead. Fantastic work from the Red Bull driver. Red Bull's X-Gamer still holding on. So he's trying to bring that toe. And look at that, he's running out of air. He's got to switch down the earth. Oh, he's late on the brakes. It's J-Real trying his best, trying to push X-Gamer into mistake. But as you can see, Mad G is there as well, the top 3. Oh, and Mad G almost hits in the back of J-Real. So he loses time. He has to be late on the, has to snap onto the brakes and loses time. But he closes back up again to J-Real. Look at this from these drivers. They're doing absolutely all their power to get the win here. To get the win here in Brazil. This is a fantastic Grand Prix. Fantastic Grand Prix for all 3 of these drivers. Been absolutely brilliant. Mad G should be my driver today because of the drive he's putting in. It's been unbelievable stuff. J-Real is trying to get past X-Gamer for I don't know, for the 50th time I can guess. So now these two are going to calm down and they're going to go again. J-Real with DRS trying to close in on X-Gamer. X-Gamer is having none of it. He just wants to stay ahead. He wants to win this Grand Prix. It's been absolutely brilliant. Any penalties? Yes, J-Real has got a 3-second penalty, remember. J-Real has got a penalty, remember. He's got a 3-second penalty going towards the final 4 laps of this race. So I think his podium will be going into 3rd place. Thomas gets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He'll be getting the fastest, again, that 1 point that he'll go into at the end of this race. He'll get that 1 extra point. Ryan Van Doom is trying to catch down the Broom, but the gap is too big, in my opinion. So it's all down to these 3 phenomenal, world-class drivers doing all they can to see if they can get what they can, deserve a victory. But in my opinion, it's down to Mad G and X-Gamer. I think J-Real's out of it, but J-Real is still not done just yet. He's still going to push on and see what he can do. He's in ERS 4. He's on overtake mode. He's going to try X-Gamer once again. The gap is 0.6 of a second, so the gap's too big for him to close up. Man G is there, 0.7 of a second. Mike Van Doom with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, exceeding the track limit, and you're getting those penalties for sure. Let's see how J-Real can try and close down to X-Gamer. If you think about it, Man G is getting even closer as well to J-Real. J-Real will think to himself, I've got to defend from Mad G, but I want to attack X-Gamer. What should I do? Can I attack X-Gamer or should I attack Mad G? But Mad G's on 15 lap old soft. Is those times going to run out of grip, I wonder? It's been a great race, great racing from these 3. It's been unbelievable, especially Topics in there too. But this is all coming down to it. 3 laps remaining of this race. Can J-Real get past him, or is X-Gamer doing his best, trying to hold on to that Grand Prix win? It's been an astonishing Grand Prix. Can J-Real finally get past X-Gamer on this lap? Late on the brakes there, trying his best to close the bit. X-Gamer's driving has been absolutely phenomenal, but Mad G is all over the back of is just closing in, almost there to J-Real. It's now 0.5 of a second. Mad G is gonna be looking, and J-Real's rear wing now, that racing point is getting ever so larger, 0.1 of a second, but no, it's still staying as J-Real second, Mad G third. So now it's all down to the final 2 laps. It's all down to it. Who's got the nerve? Who's got the pressure? Who's got the will to win? It's right now X-Gamers having all those answers. Can J-Real hold on to 2nd place? I think the lead is now finally gone. It's all down to Mad G now. Can he get past J-Real for this race win? It's been absolutely astonishing. It's been absolutely thrilling. It's been very incidental. It's been a very big crashy Grand Prix, but it all comes down to it. 2 laps remaining. It's been amazing. Can it be Mad G? Can he get past J-Real on circuit without J-Real getting those penalties? It's been a fascinating race. X-Gamer is still there in P1, 0.8 of a second ahead. It's been absolutely astonishing. This race has it all. It has the drama, it has the passion from all these drivers. J-Real just speeds away. Look at the speed of the racing point, and it flies off into the distance, trying to close down to X-Gamer. X-Gamer still thinks to himself, when is J-Real actually going to go away? He's not going to go away. He's like a leech, still stuck onto it. But I think there's a bit of banter going on in the chat. So we're going to the final few laps. J-Real 3/10 behind. Look at this. He's been saving his earth. I think he's still on the back of X-Gamer. X-Gamer thinks to himself, can he actually? Can X-Gamer can hold on? Because look at this. J-Real's still there. Thomas got a penalty. I've seen Tom's got a penalty, so Tom be thinking to himself that he might have a chance of getting P6 here. Can J-Real get past X-Gamer? It's all about it now. Tomix is just about to get past Shonabrin. Shonabrin still holds on from the looks of things. Yep, he's still ahead on the mini-map. But now, J-Real, can he finally get past X-Gamer? Or is X-Gamer going to lose the place? This is going to be an almighty finish. Last lap of this race. It's been brilliant. This Grand Prix has been epic. This Grand Prix had it all. It's all about to it now. Can J-Real get past X-Gamer? But X-Gamer still holds on. His driving has been absolutely magnificent. J-Real is only got one last opportunity left. He's still closing in on X-Gamer. Tom gets a 3-second belt. J-Real goes down the outside. Through side by side. Can J-Real get past him? No, X-Gamer still holds on. Only just. Fantastic driving from X-Gamer. A bit of lag there. But J-Real is still not going to let go. It's all down to the last corner. Here they come now. X-Gamer. We're going forward with it now. This is in last lap. Here we go. X-Gamer wins the Grand Prix of Brazil, and J-Real gets his first podium, and Magic comes second. Unbelievable racing. Luke comes P4. Psychimage will come P5. What a race. Topics will come in P6. Tom P7. Well, swapping positions actually. There you go. Oh, well, says it all really. A massive accident at the end. Broomy will come over P8. 19 laps on hards. Fair play. Guys, if you want to mention your driver of the day, this is now the time for your driver of the day to come up now. Here goes Broomy. There you go. Psychomich, 10 positions. Wow. Great drive from Psychomich. Broomy comes home P8. Ryan Van Doom P9. And James Hook in P10. What an exciting race. Congratulations to X-Gamer for getting the win. He had to fight for it though. J-Real was all over him at that point. There you go. There's your winners. Unbelievable racing. There you go. Winner in that Red Bull car is X-Gamer. Maggi gets second. J-Real gets third. Oh, I'm actually out of breath. And there you go. These are podium winners as we go into the final race of the season of Abu Dhabi. And there you go. Is your top 10. X-Gamer, Maggi, J-Real, Luke, Psychomich. I'll get him into the party because I think he's my driver of the day. Chana Brim P6, Tom P7, Brim P8, Gavadu P9, James Hogan P10, your retired racers, Mason, Stella, G-Man, Lewis, Deslodian, DCG, Xander, Sonic Hawk, Angel Dan, and Pro Oliver. It's been a fantastic race. Very enjoyable to watch. And let's see if we can get the drivers in for their interview. I think I want to get Psychomich in as well. He's my driver of the day. Here's Maggi. And here's X-Gamer. I like to send one to Psychomich as well, to be fair. I'd like to have a word with him. Here's the man in second.
me, Jesus.
What a race!
You're telling me. You are telling me. Wow.
Okay, let's go to the showroom. F1 2019. Its game will be coming very shortly as well.
Don't forget it. There he is.
Here he is Its game our race winner.
Yeah, hello.
You had to fight for that.
Oh yeah, this was a hard one.
I mean, well done on your race victory, but you had to fight for that. J Real was one serious contender.
Yeah, he was so fast. Oh god.
Out of breath.
The only thing that saved me was my straight line speed, I think.
And your defending as well against J Real was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, you must have fought him for pretty much the whole race, and you must be thinking to yourself, is J Real going to come past or not?
Yes, very good.
I
think he was faster than me.
But you held him off. And I mean, the final few laps, was your heart racing at one point in the final few laps?
Yeah, definitely.
So let's go into the race itself then. And how was the race then? Was it good in your mind, or was it quite incident filled, or was it a very good close racing? Is our driver of the day coming in, Psycho Mitch? I'll come to him very soon. So what do you think of the race itself then, Nets Gamer? What do you think?
My race was very good and clean also, I think, but only 10 drivers finished, so that's a shame, I think. But yeah, next time is the last race of season. I hope everyone finishes. That will be nice. We will see.
So yeah, speaking of Abu Dhabi coming up, one of your favourite circuits, or some track you're going to struggle?
It's a good circuit, but I don't think I'm going to win, to be fair. I think a podium is possible, but winning will be difficult.
And I think, in my opinion, I think you pretty much got second place now, because Brewy didn't have such a good race, and I think you solidified second place.
Yeah, I got second place. I'm so happy with it.
There you go. Second place is all yours, X Game. You're our runner-up here in Season 6, so congratulations for that one. So, any motives? So, any motives going into... I'd love to ask this question for next week, but I just can't hold it anymore. Any motives going into next season? Are you actually going to promote yourself into first and be world champion?
Yeah, I hope I'm going to GP3. It will be nice. So we will see what the end of the season will bring. And yeah,
that's good.
Ready for next season.
That's good to hear. So well done. Let's go to the runner man, Mad G. Mad G, I have to say now, incident-filled race, and I have to admit that was a beautiful comeback drive coming from 10th place, and it was a well-deserved second place with the strategy as well.
Yeah, it was all. I actually started 11th.
Oh yeah,
I actually started 11th. Off. You know, got the 5 grid place penalty. You know, topics, do apologise on that one. I did not see you coming through. So by all means, you know, I got it, but it was crazy. I just don't know how it worked. I just stayed out of trouble. You know, from the first safety car, DCG jumped me, but eventually I did get past him again. So, and then obviously then I had a fight with Luke. Apologies to Luke as well if I put him into a half spin. It was not intentional. You know, like I say, you just get... I'm always one of those late breakers, always have been. I can always break later than anyone else, and unfortunately it does put people into half spins if it does happen, so again, apologies. But yeah, it was great keeping up with those guys at front, because they were so fast in those mediums, and I'm surprised I was still keeping up with them, let alone catching them with 17 lap old softs on. But just goes to show, if you're keeping that slipstream, you still got the DRS. You do whatever you can. All you can do is do whatever you can, keep it in there. But you know, I'm grateful for the second place. Could I got a win? Maybe. Don't know, but I won't complain. Starting from where I did, finish where I did. I'm quite happy with that.
I mean, you had to say shout out to J Rail's performance as well, Mad G. That was one hell of a performance from the Racing Point driver. He actually gave you lot a good fight, and I had to admit, the final few laps was absolutely amazing.
That they were. I just wanted to keep them in tow. And there, but there was the odd lap where don't know if they were trying to both harvest, but it gave me a shout at it as well at the same time. So it just made it so good. It was so fun, and I was there. So I'm really happy with that.
So going into the next race of Abu Dhabi, and it'll be interesting to see how you crack on. And do you think you can try and get a good result for Abu Dhabi to end the season off in a high going into F1 2020?
That's going to be the idea. I mean, I've not really done Abu Dhabi since last season, to be honest. I mean, I've done it in another league, but it was nothing. I was well off. So maybe hunt around for another setup, try and go a little bit quicker, and hopefully, who knows, get back on the podium again. Do you know what? That's what I'm looking to do.
Fantastic. So let's game out. Final race of the season now, and I mean, I know I want to finish off on a high, and going into GP3 for F1 2020 just around the corner. You looking forward to drive the new handling model and the new cars?
Yeah, I'm looking forward for the new game. Also, career mode will be nice, but yeah, I still will do online racing and league racing, so love it. Can't wait for it.
That's good news as well. So that'll be it for GP4 here in season 6. It's been great racing, of course, and shout out to the top 3 as well. It was a terrific final frantic 10 laps of my commentary career from J-Real, S-Gamer and Mad G. But that'll be it for GP4, and we'll see you for next week for the final race of GP4 in season 6 and the final race for GP4 in F1 2019, as we got F1 2020 upon us for Australia. So in new cars, in new handling models, a new revamped circuits just in front of us, which is very exciting news to have. So thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week for the final race of the 2019 GP4 World Championship. I'm Cole Oliver. GP4 is see you later.